Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope everybody is really doing well. The plan for ETH, BTC, and USD dominance played so nicely, guys, as we discussed yesterday. That ETH 1621, 1614 is the levels where I would like to look for longs. And if we do get there, it's a very nice opportunity to long. And for BTC, as I mentioned, I'm still looking for a retest of certain levels, guys. The USD dominance bull flag scenario played very, very nicely. The guys who are there in the Wall Wealth group, they know it, what I'm exactly talking about. On the live stream, I did not show you the bull flag for the USD dominance, but that exactly was what I was expecting for the USD dominance to play out. Now, what is going to happen and what exactly are we looking for going forward, guys? If you remember, I mentioned yesterday for ETH and on the lower term time frame that I'm expecting, on the ETH chart, I'm expecting a dip from, most likely equilibrium levels, if you remember. And for BTC, I mentioned that equilibrium levels of the range is one of the biggest resistance. And if we do happen to get there, it's a clean shot. I'm going to take it. Remember the levels I mentioned. 23.9 to 24,000. Even I mentioned on the Twitter as well, guys, in the Wall Wealth group. 23.9, 24K is the levels where you should need to have your eyes on. 22.9 to 23K is the levels you should have keep your eyes on. In middle of these two levels, it's a range. Okay, and we're just going to discuss about this more in detail about the range that I'm talking about, guys. So let's go to the live stream, guys, and let's go to charts. Hey, where are my charts? The charts went somewhere. Yo, where are my charts? Hold on. Yes, now we have the charts. Well, this was the USA dominance bull flag, and I think we are at a resistance right now. Hello, everyone. Hi, Gabriel. Hi, Suraj. Hi, Alejandro. Hi, Logo. Hi, Raja. Hi, everyone. Hello. Yes, we're gonna check Phil. We're gonna get check RSR. Remember what I mentioned for Phil? We need market structure break, and once you have the market structure break, once you have that, it's a clean long, and we just need to be on that levels for the long. So we're just going to discuss what exactly I'm eyeing for a long on the field, guys. This is the level 6.658. That is the levels I'm eyeing. We literally got the market structure break. And I just wanted to long weekly open. Honestly, if you ask me, I mentioned yesterday the weekly open retest is where I like to long. But as we saw that the BTC and ETH literally went to our at that point of time when Phil was at weekly open, BTC and ETH did not went to my buy zone. So hence I was waiting a bit patiently for Phil. So I'm right now even I'm waiting because I'm only having long on ETH, the scalp that I have. So I'm just going to discuss a little bit more about ETH, guys, and then we're going to discuss BTC. So first of all, the USD dominance bull flag is very valid, guys, and honestly, this is something a bit of cautious because you have the range, and the range is so far looking so great. This is the range lows. Okay, this is the range lows, and that is the range highs up there. The range lows has already been swept, guys. So the liquidity at the downside is already been taken care of. And the move on the upside seems to me like once we break out of this bull flag, it's just going to fly like this. And then it will be like exit all the longs. Even if it is like ease, literally exit. If this USD dominance start breaking right away, exit all the longs. Trust me. It's gonna be like that the top 4 ABC is in, and most likely we just going to start a new downtrend for everything. So this is going to be very interesting. The next 8 hours are going to be very interesting, in my opinion, for the USD dominance. The invalidation levels for ETH, it's a very soft invalidation, I would say. It is at 1606.26. So that is the levels invalidation, 1606.26. Anything under that levels and literally exit all the longs. That's something I would say. So far, this was the plan I shared on the live stream yesterday. Also posted this in Wall Wealth group. also have had the same image on Twitter as well. Everywhere this was, yeah, possibility is there. Alejandro, there is a possibility that we are already in the wave C. Honestly, the top is in, and this is wave C. But you know why I think that the top is might be not in? Walaikum salam. Why I think that the top might not be in? I have two reasons for that. I'm just going to take you to those reasons, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go to the USD dominance. The bull flag scenario is still valid, guys. This is something, it's very crucial. Remember when I nailed the $28,000 BTC long bottom? How did I nailed it? It's only because of the USD dominance chart. I did not even chart a BTC. I only longed because of the USD dominance chart. This is very fact, and everybody knows about it. I literally caught the top of the BTC. I also mentioned that we're going to reject from, even if you remember, I gave short at 69.2 in Wall Street Group and I cancelled it. Why? Because I was a little bit greedy. I mentioned I want to short 71.5 to 73K. Remember? I was a little bit greedy. That I wanted a little bit push up, something like that. But the first short I gave was 69.2 with the target of $40,000 and $30,000. Those were my take profit targets. If you guys knows about it, it is literally those levels I gave it. And how did I give it? What was the reason? Only reason was the USD dominance chart. That is the only reason. I also gave you a long on BTC at $17.8. It literally went till 17.6 and boom, bounced towards 25K. How? It's only and only because of the USD dominance chart. Trust me, this USD dominance chart is very, very important. If you really want to trade, crypto, this is the chart you should start taking seriously. Nobody's gonna tell you. Everybody's gonna tell you shit about it. That this chart is useless. It won't help you and blah blah shit, because there are two reasons right now that is happening in the crypto space. Is BUS deferred that's already in place right now, okay, and the second is USD dominance. People are literally converting the BUSD to either USDC or USDT dominance or USDT. Practically, you only have two major currencies, USDC and USDT, Ether. So there are two possibilities that why Ether is percentage is pumping. But despite of the fact, what I feel is, even if that is the case, that people are migrating from BUSD to USDT, still this chart makes more sense. Why? Because it helps you to know where the big players are accumulating and where the big players are exiting the market. What kind of, when you see that the market USDT, the Tether is being continuously printing, it is literally going to give you signals that in the next few months or days, the pump is coming. Why? Because the money has been printed and it's been given to someone for buying, or it's gonna be used for buying purpose. So they are accumulating. But when you see that the money is being minted continuously, which means that the market participants, the market makers, the whales are exiting the market. They are literally converting their funds to USD, and they're encashing money, and they're going from the market. Right now, what you are watching is the Tether is literally at a resistance. Thank you so much, Psycho Killer. Yeah, Gabriel, you are right. We're going to check FTM for sure. LDO starting to pump. Let's watch LDM after once I'm done. So USD dominance is the chart you should definitely start watching it. Okay, from today onwards, if you're not watching it or if you're not practicing it, but from today onwards, start doing it. This is the crux. Okay, so the USD dominance is at resistance. It's rejecting right now. What you want to see is, in my opinion, if you just watch here, we sweep the lows. Yeah, we sweep the lows. So the bottom might be in, honestly, but for a very fair, I would say, bull flag. Normally, what happens is, if the bull flag is for a perfect bull flag, it needs to have at least 2 tests of support and 3 tests of resistance. What does it mean? So the theory says that at least 2 tests of support and 3 tests of resistance means first test of support, second test of support, the first test of resistance, a second test of resistance. From there, let's say if you do happen to get one more move down, amazing. That's exactly where we get ABC kind of a move and a perfect bull flag kind of a structure for the USD dominance. You know, thank you so much, Suraj. 10%. 10%. S. Fezulahi. 10%. 10% is the levels. When it reach those levels, it's absolutely going to be the bottom, generational bottom for BTC. In fact, you know that the bottom might be in as well. So I've already presented my hard and fine analysis yesterday on the live stream. Okay, that the bottom might be in, or we are still forming a bottom. In my opinion, the bottom is not in. Why? Because if you look at the 2019, 2018 bear market, when we literally start pumping, people feel that, oh my god, the bottom is in, let's start pumping, and out of nowhere it suddenly wrecked everyone, take everyone out of the market, go sideways for a little bit longer, another 2 to 3 months of sideways, and probably Q3 can literally kick off another bull run, in my opinion. Ideally, if the market makers are so greedy, and they literally want to print a lot of money, what exactly they're going to do is they're going to pump, the BTC price to 28,000 bucks, okay, and make everyone bullish. It's going to be like buy the dip. Every dip is for buying, and they just keep on buying and they just keep on selling to the retailers. Why? Because they created a huge liquidity in the market. Now they can sell whatever the fucking bag they hold, and they're going to sell, and you're going to buy, and at some point there are no buyers because the market makers are literally not interested in the market. They have already sold everything, and now they're literally going to wait for you guys to get wrecked. So what they're going to do is they're going to dump the market on you. They're going to keep on dumping, till probably 11,800, the levels I mentioned yesterday. Maybe even 13,800. Let's go with the 13,800 first. It's a big levels, guys. Big levels. And once you in the market went there, what is going to happen is everybody starts panicking. Why? Michael Saylor, liquidation is very near. The whole market goes into a big panic mode, and Michael Saylor starts getting margin calls, and the market goes another big panic mode, and you will see Genesis getting liquidated. They filed for bankruptcy. Another big fraud happens. Binance coin dumped to $120. Holy shit! Another big fraud comes. This is exactly where the money, the wealth transfers from the soft-hearted to, or I would say not exactly the soft-hearted, but I'm just using a very nice word, a soft-hearted to the one who have lion hearts. So they're just going to keep on accumulating, bringing FUD, and that's exactly where now the in 2018 the hands were shifted from retailers to institutions. Right now, this bear market, it's not about institution money. It's all about institutions to government to bankers and to big real hedge fund managers. Now we are not talking about institutions, guys. We are talking about hedge funds. We are talking about, we are talking about government. We are talking about central banks. They are adopting it. They are accumulating. We are talking about countries accumulating BTC and crypto. Why? Because they want to be independent from the USDT. They want to be independent from US dollars, and that's exactly where they're going to have the reserves in conjunction with gold. Okay, so that's exactly where I think the next revolution is going to be amazing, and institutions could pump BTC from $4,000 to literally 69K. The next top for BTC, I've already discussed in Walsh Wealth Group, guys, and you can write it down. Write my name if I'm there. If I'm alive, you can remember me. The next stop for BTC would be $450K to $500,000. Write it down somewhere. $450K to $500,000. You really want the exact number, the precise number, like a dot, a perfect number? The perfect number is going to be something like this. I'm going to give you that number. Don't worry. Not exactly going to be the perfect number, but yes, in my opinion, it's going to be very close to those levels. Anything about that number is like exit the market. Just be on their hands. And trust me, 69K is going to be the levels where people would just, at that point of time, everybody is going to just dream about that numbers. God, when would I get 69K? When would I get 69K? Yeah, tattoo it. 450K to 500K, and we won't go to $1 million in this bull run. We won't go it. You can also write it down. We won't go to $1 million because my fibs never lie, and my fibs, inshallah, are going to play out very perfectly. I already have the mechanism, 5, 6, 5. One four one four. Remember this number. The next bottom for the next bear market, the bottom would be around 1414 to 138 Fibonacci levels. That is going to be your bottom. The next buying opportunity, which is like we won't see BTC under 89K. It can go to 89, 88, but we won't see anything under those levels. So now look at the top for the BTC, where exactly the 565 Bitcoin level is. The first pump would be around 565. That is 339,300. This is exactly where we're going to reject. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me loud. And 761. 3. You guys know about it? 7-6. Correct. $453,576.76 and 511,643.95. We won't go above 861, guys. We won't go above 512K. We won't go above those levels. So how it is going to do? Guys? Something like this. Let's say we're going to bottom around 11,000. And yes, I'm not giving you any dreams, guys. Okay, I'm not selling anything. So there is no one who is paying me to tell you that we're going to so sell dreams to someone. No, I'm not being paid to shill you anything. Of course. So the pump is going to be something like this. The first rejection is going to be around 105K, psychological resistance, retest of 58,000. And the next pump is going to be so big, in between there won't be any retracement. It's just going on, keep on pumping. Rejection is going to come from these levels, something like this. And it just goes on pumping towards 453. A blow off top is going to come at that some point of time. And something like this is going to come. We're going to go towards 1.414 from those levels. Practically from 453K, it's gonna be the constant sell-off, continuous sell-off, and this is exactly where we're going to form our bottom for the next bear market. These is the levels, $89,000 to $85,000. It's gonna bounce, reject, come back down, accumulation, something like this, awake, and it reverses. And the next bull run, which is going to happen another 5 to 6 years, this bull run after the bear market, after this bear market, that bull run target would be around $1 million. Just like gold. Perfect. I already discussed it, right? Suraj, if you were there in Wall Street group, I already discussed it. You purchased 5 6 BTC. I think what I have done is I already purchased a lot of BTC. I think 25% back. Everybody knows about it. 16.8 was my average entry for BTC. 16.8, and I've already have a 2x leverage long on the coin margin contract, and I'm just going to so my liquidation is practically around 2,500 or so, and honestly, and I'm not gonna book any profits because this the long that I'm building is practically for the next bull run. So I'm going to buy another 75 percent of my bag into BTC, and once I have that 75% bag, I'm just keep on adding, move the 75% back from the spots to coin margin contracts, and start building. Only maximum I'm going to go 3x leverage. That's it. You should not go above 3x. The probability of you getting liquidated with 3x is less than 3%. Okay, which means that you can just literally forget about it. You staking is halal? No, because staking have interest. I don't do staking. I don't do any staking, guys. I mean, this is my view. The other person views might differ actually. So yeah. You should not ask me honestly all this stuff. But anyways. So guys, the fib levels are here for BTC. Remember it. If you really want to take a screenshot, you can take it because I'm not gonna post all these charts in on Twitter, and you won't find it ever. It's there in Wall Street Group. Every level's been given. 2 months back, I've already given. In fact, even I've shared the scenario 2 months back when I was expecting a pump from 16,800 to $28,000. Remember, if many of you guys remember as well. So, you know, 453K is going to literally be like, is going to make not millionaires, but billionaires actually. Trust me, probably going to give us a lot of billionaires. Just remember how to make more money, guys. Nobody's going to tell you about this. And, you know, how, 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 how do you make more money? Okay, in the bull run, how do you make it? So just have your calculator in front of your screen, or you can have a mobile in front of your screen, and whatever I'm saying, type it on your phone. So let's assume that you have bought all the BTC at with an average of 13,000 bucks. Okay, let's assume it. Or let's say you have put all your capital in BTC with an average of 12,000. Let's assume. But it's too difficult for you to buy around 12,000 average. So let's assume you only have $13,000 average. You literally bought it till $11,000, and you could just manage to have BTC spot average around 13,000. The next bull run target is going to be somewhere between 453K to 512K. Okay, max 512K. So let's say we're going to go very conservative, and let's say your bull run target is going to be around 453K. So let's say you just bought one BTC, okay? Only one BTC. So you invested 13K, and it gave you a return of 453K dollars. Your 13K is now 453K. So how much is your profit? The profit is 440K. How much? 440K. Do you guys getting this calculation in your mobile phone? Okay, you only got profit of 440K. Am I clear? Now, what you guys have to do is, let's say, what you want to do is you bought $13,000 of BTC. You just had an average, and now you saw that BTC is suddenly dumping towards 11,000, 10,000. Oh my God, what is going to happen? I don't have money to buy. What am I going to do? I don't want to miss this buying opportunity. What am I going to do? So what are you going to do? You're going to transfer that spots to coin margin contracts, start building longs. But remember, longs not more than 3 times leverage. Okay, not more than 3x. Even I would say be safe, only go with 1x. But let's say you are very good in you have a patience, and you literally manage to go and buy literally the bottom of BTC. practically you got, coin margin contract long with an average of somewhere around 11K. Okay. So practically your liquidation would be somewhere around 6,500 for BTC. Approx. I'm talking about approx. Okay. So that is the levels where you will get the margin call. So 11K is going to be your average, and you went and not and you only took 2 times BTC long, only 2x, only 2x. Imagine, only 2x. You did not even went for 3x. No, I want to be safe. I don't have that lion heart. I'm very happy that I'm very happy with the 2x. I don't want to go with 3x. You only did 2x. So how many BTC long did you have? 2 BTC. Okay, you already have 1 BTC spot. You went 2x. So now you have 2 BTC longs. Practically 2 BTC longs with an average of 11K is going to be, your margin is going to be 22,000 BTC, 20,000 USD. Okay. So now you have 2 BTC longs, 1 BTC spot. Already you're having 1 BTC spot and 2 BTC longs. So overall you have 3 BTC with an average of how much? 11K. And now BTC pumps start pumping. You just need to hold it for like a year or so, and it just went 453K. How much you going to make, guys? You're going to literally make 1.4 million bucks profit. So, and let's say you're paying fees, commissions, everything just to hold that BTC long position for like 1 year. Even if the fees is 100K, you will be happily paying it. Why? Because you are making 1 million more profit than just simply holding the spots, and at a very risk free. Why? Because you're only having 2x leverage. The probability of you getting liquidated with only 2x leverage is less than 1%. Less than 1%. so, I mean, it's just a smart money. You should know exactly how you want to play it. I mean, how to play. You already have the money. You played it nicely. You have the 13K spot backs. You put that money in the coin margin, slowly and gradually building it with 11K average. Even the BTC goes to 10K, you are safe. Why? Because the liquidation is 6,500. So you are safe. Of course, at that point of time, your heart will start beating very, very fast, as you will be like, oh my God, everything is on stake and blah, blah shit. But that's fine. It happens. But then the bull run, you're going to literally end up with $1 million money. And remember what happens. The real money comes when BTC tops out. What happens? Everybody starts, transferring wealth from BTC to Ethereum to alts, and that's exactly where what you're gonna do. Sell all your BTC at 450K and start looking for alts that have a lot of potential, and they're just going to keep on pumping. And let me tell you one more thing. The next bull run, in my opinion, this is just my view, guys. I may be wrong. I might be wrong, and I might be 10 times wrong. But trust me, 2017 coins, especially Litecoin, XRP, Stellar, Cardano, what all other coins have? Neo, maybe even these coins. What do you say? I forgot what do you say? ZEC, Monero, Dash, Zen. Many 2017 coins. The projects are still, the teams are still alive, and they are working really nice. They have the working product 2017 coins. Okay, the coins they have the bull run in 2017. They are going to literally outperform every damn coins. They're going to pump. They're literally going to pump. And I already explained the logic in the previous live stream 4 or 5 days back, why I think that they are going to pump. And also remember DeFi. I posted one chart on Twitter. I think many have ignored it. Many have just laughed on it. It's not going to happen. DeFi is going to test $500 billion market cap minimum. You can write it down somewhere. All these numbers I'm giving you, $500 billion market cap, DeFi. It's going to go there. Write it down. $500 billion minimum. These are all bare minimum numbers. It can even pump to 1 trillion as well. but minimum 500 billion. The bottom for DeFi, the buy dip zone for DeFi is $20 billion. So from 20 billion to 400 to 500 billion is roughly around 25 times. So the overall DeFi ecosystem is going to pump like this. You can imagine the coins that are there in the DeFi ecosystem, they're going to literally pump Valhalla. They're going to literally go Valhalla. No? Now, let's go from this all imaginary scenarios and things to the lower term time frame analysis. Guys, I'm coming. Someone is there on my door. Give me a moment. I'm just coming in 2 minutes. Sorry, guys, to make you wait. And so now let's go to the lower term time frame. So as we discussed, yesterday regarding BTC, the previous week equilibrium makes more sense, made more sense for a rejection, and that's exactly where the levels we rejected. The first levels for a rejection was this OB that we have, 23.8 to 24K is the very interesting levels, and I think we are forming very interesting ascending triangle for now. So I think overall, what I think we are at a support. the Feb opens 23,000 is a very interesting support. We might see one more flush down like this, one more just a retest of 23,135. I'm not sure if it's going to give you, but if it happened to give us, it's a long. I'm going to give that long. And if you do reclaim the weekly open, long everything, it's just going to pump like this. And the target for BTC then is going to be around 24,000, 500 to 24,700. Remember, we had the harmonic on CME. I think we discussed this harmonic yesterday as well. This is the harmonic that I'm looking for it to play out. And, I do think that we still have that opportunity. One more push up is pending. We literally went to 786, 886. I was aiming golden pocket zone, but for a bounce, but it literally went to 786. That's fine. It's nothing wrong, but we need to now hold 23,265, because if we don't hold it, then it would mean that it's gonna the top is in, and it's just going to be like a free fall for BTC, because then it would also mean that ABC scenario is in. Guys, just hold on a minute. My daughter is calling me. So, practically, I do think that this is like a retest of the support that we have around 23,440 on CME. Until we are above 23,440, I think CME is literally ready for a push up towards 24,500, 24,630 levels. So I do think, we are at a support. If you're literally shorting the support, I don't know what's going to happen with you guys, but I would say avoid shorting at current levels. Shorts only when the Feb opens levels turns into a big solid resistance. Right now, these are not the levels too short, ladies and gentlemen. The long level, you really want to play the concrete, I would say, longs with the confirmation. Let it flip 23,548.3. That is the weekly open levels. And once you see we have the weekly open is flipped into support, long everything with the stops under 23.2 and ride it to 24.5 to 24.7. Similar kind of a move I'm expecting for ETH. This is the perfect play, guys. This is exactly what I mentioned yesterday. Look at the drawing. Even the lines, these are the levels. These are not some random levels. These are based on the fibs. I just hide those fib levels. Get here. Get the okay. Get the golden pocket, and for you, that matters a more. Look at the golden pocket, 1624.64. This was the levels I was eyeing for it to retest. And even, I would have looked for 702, but I just wanted the golden pocket zone to get tested and bounce from those levels. Yes, we can have one more push down. A possibility is there towards 1612. The invalidation level is 1606. Remember this number, 1606 for ETH. Anything under those levels, and we're just going to literally exit all the longs, and then it's gonna be like wait for any relief bounce which we can short it. Okay, for now this is what the plan I have, at the same plan that I've already discussed for discussed yesterday, guys. So there is no change in the plan. Also, you have a very strong trend line for ETH as well as BTC. This is the trend line that you have. So we can probably test one more move down for ETH and BTC towards 1612, 1613. If you remember, 1614 was the level, 1621 to 1614 was the levels I was mentioning yesterday. Is the same levels I'm mentioning it today as well. If you do happen to get one more dip, guys, in my opinion, it's a nice long with a very tight stop loss. The risk reward is amazing. You can take a scalp with the target 1694, 1704, and that's the levels where we can short it. The alternative bear case scenario is, this is the bull case scenario, and the bear case scenario is that this is the move on the upside was A, this is B, the top is in, and this is already a C. So the top is in, and this is just, we are doing wave 1. We're gonna have wave 2, 3, boom, wow, 4, and just gonna go towards 1440. This is now the bear case scenario. So So the lower time frame bullish and then bear is the scenario that you are seeing in front of your screen. However, very bear case scenario is we straight dump from the current levels. That is the bear case scenario. Okay. So I already discussed BTC, ETH, USD dominance is at resistance. I would like to see a rejection from those levels and come back down. That's what I would like to see. Look at the fill. I think fill would be a very interesting long around 6.657. It's a very nice levels, guys. 6.657. So I'm just going to slightly wait for fill, or what I would want is let it, if you really want to play a confirmation long, or you want to place your bet very safely, let it flip the weekly open 6.89. It's good to buy higher and sell it more higher. That's a very nice strategy. Buy higher, sell more higher. That's a good thing. You don't need to every time just look for bottoms. You can literally have confirmation, buy higher and sell more higher. That's what you should do. So if you really want to play a very safe bet, let Phil go and flip 6.899. RSR, remember what did I mention yesterday? Let it flip 0.05387. Till it don't flip, I'm just gonna patiently wait for RSR long. But this is what the plan I have for RSR. I just want it to flip 0.00539. Once it have a daily closure above these levels, alas, we is going to go long. But for now, it is not having that levels flip. So I'm just going to pass it on and just going to wait for the levels to flip, because I don't want to risk unnecessarily just to have more profits. Rather, what I would do is be confirmed, have a concrete long from this levels to right 25% with a very low risk, which means that it's going to give you better risk reward rather than longing here and having my stop loss at 0.004657, giving it a very risky trade. Let's move on to the dollar index. Dollar index, I think we discussed yesterday. I'm expecting overall the dollar to pump up towards 108.5. And it's going to go there, guys. Trust me. It's going to pump. And it's going to pump so hard, it's going to wreck everyone. And how the bottom for a top for the dollar is going to form and bottom for the whole global market is going to form, guys. It's going to form when dollar don't make higher highs, it makes lower highs, and SPX, crypto, every other market makes not higher lows but lower lows. So every market, other market makes lower lows. Dollar don't make higher highs but the lower highs, and that is going to create a big bear diversion for the dollar index, and it's going to create a big bull diversion for every other market, and a once in a lifetime opportunity for them to literally invest in the traditional market, or you can also say that cryptocurrency. That is exactly where the bottom for the market would be. Gold, I still think that gold 1790 to 1789 is a good levels. I'm still waiting for it to come those levels and where we can long. XRP, guys, this is the only chart I have, and this chart makes load of sense. We've been testing the support again and again and again. We're just bouncing it. I think the next time we are going to test these levels, it's just going to break and going to have a big week. The wick is going to go most likely towards 3129. I think this is how I think the inverse head and shoulder for XRP is most likely to get complete, because if you do break it, it's just going to go towards these levels and probably towards 0.5 Fibonacci level of the, or 0.886 Fibonacci levels of the wick. Okay, the 0.886 Fibonacci levels will be somewhere around 32 cents to 31 cents, somewhere in between, and from there I would like to see a bounce, something like this for XRP, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so if you do get a once this red zone is lost, it's gonna dump like this. However, we are still at a support, but I see that the momentum is losing. So any small dip in the market and XRP is gonna tank. The same plan for the BNB. I just wish I could get that short. If you remember, I gave that short at $348 to $350. It just went till 337.36. In fact, over the live I mentioned when it was literally 337. It's a very nice levels to short. And I did not took that short. Why? Because I wanted us a little bit higher to 340 or 350, because that was the very big levels for BNB. But anyways, I missed it. It looks to me like. But if we do happen to get a pump up, it's a clean short. Now let's move on and look for FTM on everybody's request, and then we're going to check what do we LDO. I personally am not in. This is the chart. It's everything I've already discussed about this here. Remember, what did I mention? I would like to see some sort of a triangle formation and accumulation on FTM. The question is, we need to just hold 41.9 cents. That's like 42 cents. Till we are above 42 cents, this triangle is going to play out. Why? Because I like to play fib levels, guys. I it's like, fibs are my is like a heart of my analysis, because if one fib levels are lost, it literally changes everything. It literally changes the way we interpret the market. So it's gonna be like 42 cents is going to be like a do or die for me for FTM. Okay, lose 42, wrecked. It's just going to literally go towards 31 cents. It's gonna be like a big deviation, and it's just gonna be like a big move on the downside. Okay, and also now, as this trend line don't make sense, now we have this resistance which is going to make more sense. So this resistance 50.2 is the levels where it's I think it's going to be tested at least, not twice but at least once, is what I believe. So I think 52.2 is what I would like to see being tested. We just need to hold 42 cents. That's what I would like to see being hold. Just look at the daily levels for FTM, guys. Daily, I think we saw some sort of a bullish divergence. Yeah, there is a bull divergence on FTM. It's confirmed bullish divergence. That is amazing. Uh, Great over here. Just that we need the levels to hold. Levels I would want it FTM cents. 40 cents is good to validate the bullish divergence. No, the bull divergence. Anything under those levels, free fall and everything. Bounces, everything else is going. Fails, it starts closing at a 6. Everything is going to start dumping, guys. That's the crux. Similarly for the USD dominance. Even the USD dominance is gonna be like that. No sound. I think the sound is fine. LDO, LDO. Where is the LDO, LDO, LDO? Yeah, I would like to see LDO having one more big down, guys. And what a nice rejection. You can see where it rejected. I would like to see one more wave down towards practically any of 2.64. That is something I would like to see LDO. But the bull case is start flipping levels. What levels are we talking about? 3.1492. Once the 3.15 levels, let's be precise, 3.15 levels is flipped, it's gonna go towards 3.6, and there is a logical that to happen. There's a possibility that this might be some sort of a very interesting bullish pennant. Pennant should be 786, 786, but there's a possibility there. The triangle form, the bottom might be practically A breakout on the D or E. We don't break out on the D like this. This is the classic go off top pattern. classic blow off top pattern. This is the classic pattern. So from if let's say we are playing something like this, just remember the fib levels, because bots are designed in such a way, the algorithms are set in such a way that they're going to wreck everyone, and they're going to just go to a specified levels. What are the specific targets? 1.38 and 1.8. The exact target would be for LDO would be, in my opinion, is going to be 0.63. It's not going. If this triangle is in play, it won't go above 3.63. But if it literally start pumping straight away without any proper triangle formation, then it's just going to go towards $5. But this is how I see. I mean, the triangle formation looks great. There's a possibility we might play out, and there's a possibility that we can have a big fake out towards 3.53 to 3.6. From that levels we reject. Just going to be like a blow off top on the for LDO. So just keep in mind for something like this kind of a scenario for LDO. Let's have a look at, we already discussed Phil, RSR. Let's also have a look at DOT. DOT, surprisingly, already had a second one. Exactly where so if you look at the DOT, as I mentioned in Wall Street Group as well, the range high is the biggest level, 6.89, or you can say 6.9. This level is a very, very big levels. We lost these levels. We now have a breaker. This seems, the upside move seems to be like a big, big fake out. Just look at the trend line. This is like a big fake out. However, this fake out can seem to be like a trap for bears. Why? Because the volume is really good on the breakout, makes higher highs for the volumes. There is no sign of a bear divergence so far because the volume is making higher highs. So the next opportunity, in my opinion, or the levels where I would like to see or look for longs is somewhere around 6.12. 6.12. If we are looking for 6.12 to hold, okay, that's your invalidation level as well for the bullish invalidation. Anything under 6.12, and we're literally going to go towards 4.96 for the DOT. So if DOT literally wants to be bullish, the 6.12 needs to be held on the daily. We don't want a single daily closure under 6.12. It can have a wick. It can have a wick on the downside. That is fine. I'm talking about the spots. So if we can literally hold 6.12, guys, that is the levels where you should just keep have your eyes on. Let's have a last chart of this live and technical analysis session is DeFi. So this is what I was talking about. The DeFi is looking awesome. I don't know, but the start of DeFi accumulation was 34.9, and the biggest buy levels for DeFi, as I mentioned, $20 billion. This is the levels where I would say once in the lifetime approach. The bottom might be in, guys. And the pump what you're watching is just wave 1. The next dump would be around 34 billion. The next buying opportunity, and the bull run targets for DeFi is going to be minimum 450 billion, as I mentioned, 2414 Fibonacci levels. And max targets, I would say the max targets for DeFi, if we talk like BTC, the wave 3, the mother of wave 3 is going to take it towards 565 and 7618. 5.65 and 18. 450 is going to be the minimum levels, and 565 is 1 trillion, and 7618 is $1.4 trillion. Just imagine how big DeFi is going to be the next bull run. All this move is going to fade. It's gonna be like, oh my shit, the DeFi was a big buying opportunity. Even if it pumps to 450 billion, it's going to be like 2,195%. And if it pumps this is the percentage is from the accumulation box, and if it comes to my target of 1 trillion, it's like 51x gains on the FI. So 25 to 51x. And if you just let's say if you compute from the current price levels, from like $49 billion, it's gonna be less than 10x. It's gonna be close to 10x, I would say, 500 billion. But yeah, the best would be the box that I have. If it do happen to get the opportunity, I think you never miss it. Oh, Phil is at levels. Phil is at buy zone, guys. But I'm just going to wait patiently. Why? Because I'm seeing it losing the levels. For the trend line. We can still have a down, just like a fake out. And once RSI reaches these levels, support levels, I would like to see bounce. Just wait for RSI to reach. Look at the stochastic. We are turning red a little bit. The momentum is losing right now because we are at a strong support. Just wait a little bit, guys. Just wait. Going to come 1614 is. If you're not in 8, 1614 is where you should long. 16. Okay, with your stops 16. That's a very hard stop loss. Don't mess with it. Just put your stop loss. If it stops out, stops out. That's because many people also say that, or might say that, I'm not sure. But just look at time frame. Instead of it forms a rising wedge, as I mentioned, there is a bear case scenario for Ethereum. Instead of this ABC, you can literally go for the top is in, the C might be already be in, and because the C can be the truncated wave C, and it just start breaking 1606, and once it starts breaking 1606, it's gonna trigger liquidation till 1556 and maybe to 1546. So we can expect something like that. The scenario is a possibility. That scenario is and one more alternative scenario which I think have even thought about it, irregular flat. This is a some sort of a what a wave B, or it can have a like this. This is going to be wave B. Then we're going like this to 17 possibility. But the hard liquidation, the strong level is 1606. Anything under this is going to create liquidation to minimum. Okay. 1614 with your hard stop loss 1606. It's a very risky one, but it's worth it in my opinion. Just have your eyes on USD dominance. The USD dominance is at a strong level of resistance, guys. I'm just expecting it to break down, but just in case if USD dominance start breaking up, then we just need to exit everything. That's it. Then it's going to be like another bloodbath on the street. So have your eyes on the USD dominance. That is the crux of for all the trades. Once USD dominance lose that levels, it's just going to like down the market. Every coin is going to go down along with Ethereum and BTC. So I would say don't have more than two leverage positions. Better just have one leverage, and spots are good actually. That's all, and have a nice night. I'm going to be there in the Walshwealth, and most likely we're just going to yeah. I feel like there's a possibility that wave C might be in, but so far it's holding up the levels that so I don't have any invalidation. So let the once it's I see that the 4-hour candle closes under 1606, you know, uh, once I see that we have 4-hour closure under 1606, then then we would have a confirmation that the local top for the C is the wave C, which is going to come towards 1440. Just have that numbers in your mind. Top, regarding top range or number, I have a query. One side you telling bottom is not in, so new low is coming, and on other side you can checking fib level for telling top with current lows. If you uh, see the number over here, a very good question, and I don't know how many of you guys noticed it. Where are my fib levels? Just going to see Control Z if it is coming. Control Z. Okay, I have just done Control Z, guys, and these are the fib levels. You have it. Now, if you look at the fib levels I've drawn, just look at the fib levels I've drawn from. So practically, I'm just going to show you something. This was my original fibs. I just did Control Z. Okay, the targets what you're watching for 565 and 7618. This was the target I was discussing. Now watch the zero where I have started from, and watch the one level where I've the base and the wave one, the top. So yes, the top is I've considered at 69,000, and the bottom I have not considered to be 15,500, but I have considered at 886 Fibonacci level around 11,220. So yeah, the targets what I have given you is based on the bottom at 886 Fibonacci level around $11,200. This is what it is based on, Mr. J. Okay. That's it. But I think you guys also need to understand that I have already mentioned two things. Even I need to wait for a little bit confirmation. The move down, to me, it seems like A, B, and C. If Alejandro knows more about Eloit wave, or any one of you guys who have knowledge of Eloit wave and you are doing counting, you can just confirm. To me, it looks like 3 wave moves. Honestly, there is no triangle, nothing. It's a simple A, B, and C move. Something like this is what I'm seeing. The move is A, B, and C, A, B, and C, and this move is impulsive 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This clearly seems to me like some sort of an irregular flag. Or I would say irregular expanded flag. It all depends. This is how I am seeing. If this is the case, irregular flat, the next move should be a downside move towards 11.2, logically, from the theory perspective. So this is the bear case for ETH. But let's say we are assuming that the bottom is in for ETH. 2022 has already given you the bottom for BTC. Okay. If this is the bottom, but I still doubt if this move. I don't have a count that it can say that this is 1, 2, 3, a very truncated wave 5, and God knows. But if let's say the bottom is in, and this move is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and this is the 5th wave, the top is in, and the next buying opportunity, in my opinion, would be somewhere around $18,500 to $18,000. Again, inverse head and shoulder, pump it back up, neckline, accumulation, and goes up like this. Yeah, move down should be 5 waves ideally. It should ideally be the 5 waves. For ETH, I don't have a target, guys. Honestly, I don't have a target for ETH. But if you really need the target for, because ETH is a very different, ETH is having a very different structure, and you see the accumulation and the adoption is for BTC and not for ETH. I don't know how many of you guys knows about it, or what do you think for altcoins and everything. I mean, altcoins and ETH and the other coins what you're watching, these are the coins they just bring in the market because they want to, they literally want to have create a liquidity for their BTC bags. If you have 200,000 BTC, of course you cannot dump, or even you won't get a buyer of 200,000 BTC in one go. If you really want to sell 400 at 450k, you won't be able to sell the 200,000 BTC because you won't get a buyer. So what you're going to do? You're going to put your 200,000 BTC, in a different bucket. You're going to literally put it in Ethereum and so other alts, and then you're going to create a huge liquidity in the market, and then you're going to slowly exit from the market. It's a very patient move actually. Yeah, the move down should be ideally, Alejandro, it should ideally be, and logically it should be a 5 waves. But if we see that the move down is zigzag correction ABC and it's taking a lot of time, then I would have to be bullish, very bullish, honestly. You just don't want to see zigzag. You want to see a straight 5 wave move down. You know what I mean? But what about 12K? Well, it's a, if you do happen to get the 5 waves, as what I've just drawn few minutes back, 11.2 is a very good levels. 12K I don't have, honestly. It's 12K. It's either 13.8 or it's 11.2. There is no fucking 12K. There is no levels at 12K, to be honest. And I don't know why people say 12K, but it's gonna be like either 13.8 or it's gonna be like 11.2 or 11.4, honestly. Okay. So because I normally play the fib levels and I only have fibs at those levels, which makes more sense, which also goes with the ESR. If you would like to support my work, do trade on Bybit, create an account right now, and come join me on Wall Street Group as well. Thank you so much. Have a nice night. Bye bye.